What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update from Daniel in regards to the most recent FOIA request, and I have to admit that this statement has a lot of grounds. On top of that, I will show you an update that is directly related to the confrontation that is happening right now inside the MMTLP community. And I have to admit that I can understand both sides of the conflict, and I will show you my 2 cents in regards to this issue. On top of that, I will show you due diligence from one of our community members, because we have to move forward despite all the problems that we have inside the community and despite all the obstacles that we have on our path to the resolution. That is why guys, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So let's start with this set of tweets that were written by your favorite SGM. And for those of you who don't know, we have some information in regards to the FOIA requests that was sent to university lands. And as you can see right here, I covered it in one of my previous videos, that university lands have now cited physical harm as the reason they will not produce a public information request. Probably learned this one from FINRA. And guys, your favorite SGM Daniel wrote this. He wrote it 6 hours ago. File a FOIA with the school for the threat reports and a FOIA with the Texas State Police. Be sure as well, confirm there is a threat and not just a cop-out going on. And he added this: anyone can claim they got an email or phone call, but if the threat was enough to file a police report, it's not enough for a threat to cry mercy on the information release. Also, reacted versions can be released missing PII that protect those involved if that is indeed going on. And he also added this: did they file police reports in conjunction with those threats? And guys, this is a very legitimate question, because if university lands stated that they don't want to produce this FOIA request because of physical harm, why didn't they file the police report? Definitely they have to do it in order to have the proof of these threats. So, let me go further. Maybe add a FOIA to the pile and ask for those threat reports. If they weren't filed internally with the university, then FOIA the Texas State Police instead. At least confirm what UL is saying about safety is true. Yes, guys, we have to know that none of our counterparties is lying in response to our questions. That is why, guys, I think it is quite important update. So, and for now, guys, as you know that we have 2 deadlines. Today's deadline was set by Daniel. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just a couple of weeks ago, your favorite SGM Daniel wrote a set of questions to Greg McCabe, and this set of questions were covered by me, I guess, about 1 week ago. And he set a deadline for Greg to answer, and this deadline expires basically at the end of November the 30th. And if Greg keeps silence, in this case, Daniel will file a lawsuit. And guys, you can see the sneak peek of this lawsuit right here in his pinned tweet, and he wrote it on November 27th. And the deadline for this filing will expire on December the 4th. This means by December the 4th, if Greg McCabe doesn't answer, in this case, we will have another lawsuit. And guys, you know that we are nearing to another deadline that is potentially the most crucial deadline in our case, because it is a statute of limitation that limits all the legal cases to file after December the 9th. And I have to admit that Daniel has quite a unique skill. He is on active duty. That is why he can toll the statute of limitations, and that is why, guys, I think his case might be quite promising to the MMTLP community. On top of that, guys, a lot of community members don't like the actions and the questions itself that were written by Daniel, and they even try to challenge his status. And guys, take a look right here. This is another personal account of Daniel. As you can see, SGM Daniel R. Oxler. You can see that just yesterday he wrote a couple of tweets. Unfortunately, I don't know who was the initiator of these tweets because these posts were protected by the author. But let me quote you this. At least you could have done is get my service record straight. That's 4 tours in Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan, Guantanamo Bay, Korea and Germany in 27 years of service. I worked at Bragg for about 4 years. What you also failed to mention is that I'm a 12 and 31 series engineer and MP, not PsyOp. So guys, quite impressive list of his deployments. And guys, I have to admit that this type of people might achieve huge results because of their nature. And I think Daniel is one of them. Let me quote another tweet that he published just 14 hours ago. Oh, and dogs away. I've got zero to hide. Come up to West Point and I will give you a tour myself. Stop trying to publicly shit on my long and distinguished record of service by implying I'm something other than I am because you disagree with me as an investor. I've been very polite with you with your shenanigans. Now stop. It's rude and uncalled for. So guys, definitely I have zero questions to Daniel, and I can 100% understand his anger in regards to the people who try to challenge his status. But with these 2 tweets he pretty much explained his status, and I think we will not have any questions at all. So, and let me show you another update. You know that just recently Daniel Spears and Joanna R. Intel tried to discredit each other, and to be honest, I don't want to dig deeper inside their conflict, at least this part of their conflict, because for now I can see that new accusations are pouring in from each side, and to be honest, I don't like this behavior. But I want to pay your attention to these tweets. And first of all, as you can see, this tweet was published by Daniel Spears on November 27th. And she wrote, this was from 1 year ago. What has NBH done since then? Why hasn't he provided us with resolution? Where is the oil now that the lease was defaulted on and taken away? Is anyone starting to see the writing on the wall as we did with MMAT? And she refers to the tweet that was published on January 19th of this year by SNC. And let me quote you these 3 bullet points. Huge NBS press release confirming 1. Wells number 4 and number 1 showing strong gas and oil. 2. A new 15,000 square feet and 1,400 feet deep field discovery with oil. 3. Representatives of short sellers have approached NextBridge about buying considerably more shares than just figure $2.61 million that were mentioned in FINRA's FAQ. And guys, here is the official press release that was published, as you can see, on January 19th. And this press release you can find on SEC filings on EDGAR, and you can read what statements does this press release have. And I have to admit that it was filed almost a year ago, and since then we have so-called one achievement. We've lost university, we've lost Orogrande Basin. And that is why, guys, Daniel tried to ask what was the achievement and the results of the NextBridge Hydrocarbons board of directors work for this entire year. And unfortunately, we have 0 achievements. And let me show you another tweet that was written by Roman Soups in response to Daniel Spears' tweet. And she wrote it on November 28th, and she said, "The regulators are all guilty. You think I'm just naming McCabe in my suit? They are all going down. None of us deserve this. I'm fighting this all the way down the line. Pay us." And let me quote you what did Roman Soups write. "Oh, MMTLP, she's coming. Don Fizz says good time to go. Greg McCabe says bring the lawsuits. Not so sure he will feel that way after he gets them though. I do think since Greg McCabe doesn't want to take any action, a good derivative suit might be just what he needs to get active." And guys, yes, if we cannot force the board of directors of NextBridge Hydrocarbons to act in favor of shareholders, we have to file a lawsuit. And definitely these lawsuits are coming. And guys, one of my viewers asked me in the comment section how the case of, for example, Scott Trott might help us if he wins it. And definitely, he is aware of the problem of MMTLP. But guys, let me explain you what outcome we might have if any of lawsuits will succeed. First of all, think of it like this. All of the MMTLP community members, all of you are the MMTLP shareholders, and you have the equal rights because you bought just an ordinary shares, the same shares for any other community members. That is why if, for example, Scott wins his lawsuit, in this case, his 300 shares will have the right to see some kind of resolution. And guys, this is the most crucial part. These shares are equal to any other shares that any one of you owns. And that is why you will automatically have the same right for the shares, and you will have the same right for the remedies. And that is why, guys, the next step will be another lawsuit from your side with the mention of the Scott Trott's lawsuit. And in this case, automatically, you will have the same results for your shares as Scott has. And this is how the system works. And I think it is just my opinion, but I think you will have the same exact rights, and each and every lawsuit that succeeds will benefit all of the shareholders. By the way, in my opinion, I still think that it doesn't matter where your shares physically located, if it is on the books of your broker dealer or if they are on AST/EQ. So let me show you another update from Scott. Unfortunately, he didn't made any of these updates, but I want to pay attention to the tweet that was written by Costas. And guys, Costas also has quite a legitimate statements in regards to Greg McCabe, and let me quote to his tweet that he published just a couple of days ago. "Can't believe it's so hard to get a real answer. Name calling is not an answer. Stop pivoting. Why would someone who you believe was a criminal for years but so-called got away with it and was out of any future involvement, and even profited millions, you say, only come back and dump millions into the same company and then become CEO to do what? Continually hide the crime? Give your head a shake. He is the largest shareholder and his actions seem to dictate he wants to do something of value, because he was free and out and easily could have let it die and hide everything. But he hasn't it. He came back. MMTLP released the audited share counts to prove who is ultimately right. Any overage requires a market-based resolution." And guys, take a look right here. Here is the part of the conversation of Scott that he made in response to Bucky that I covered again just several days ago. And let me show you this question. Which short hedge funds and how would those hedge funds reward GM and Burda? It would be a lot easier and rewarding for them to just sell all their positions at its peak before the halt and be done with this. And Scott responded, no, because that would have immediately got them jacked up on easily approved insider trading charges. McCabe sold just enough to stay under the 5% rule and thus stayed under the radar until the first 2023 10K form. And Bangarang also added, just so we are clear, you are saying you have proof that John Burda and McCabe are working with shorts and want to bankrupt NetBridge hydrocarbons to hide evidence of short overage. And Scott responded, just to be sure, all evidence and inferences point that way. He abandoned the TS lawsuit because TS lawyers would have been able to get his stock trading records. And the hedges too. The New York Stock Exchange trade records Posner got in NWBO were at rough temporary proximity to when Greg abandoned his TS lawsuit. He folded before that firebomb got too close. And here's the tweet again that was written by Bangarang. Okay, so speculation, no evidence. And how does taking them down and not result in overage resolution? And here is the tweet that was written by Joanna in response to this question. It wasn't a lawsuit, it was a petition for information. Scott works of speculation and wild legal accusations. The judge just spanked him for those antics. I wish he would have stuck to his Schwab case, but think he is a plant to deceive, divide and discredit all the work that MMTLP community and NextBridge Hydrocarbons has done. I don't think McCabe is done with anything except for Scott, the so-called dark forces, and the other dollar store Duke Rayans. He has 35,000 plus investors he is protecting. McCabe stated clearly, but more so, in his actions, more to come. What's the share count? Who are paid trolls? I think it's obvious. We need to get louder because they are obviously afraid. I'm not going away, MMTLP Army. McCabe and NBH didn't counterfeit my shares. And I have to admit that, guys, I can understand both sides of the conflict. And unfortunately, I cannot make any decisions and any rulings. I am not a judge. The only goal for me in this entire saga is to help you to see the resolution. And unfortunately, this type of actions don't bring us closer to the resolution. That is why, guys, I think we have to put aside all of the problems that are inside our community and we have to focus on the main goal.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium